This has seriously been bothering me. I've looked at this page, I've looked at these trading cards for literal weeks, and I haven't been able to pinpoint what the heck they are. Today I'm going to be talking about this freaking Dandy's World booster pack. What even is that? We're going to look at official storyboards of Dandy's World. We're going to look at character sheets, I guess. We're going to figure out why there's puzzles in Dandy's World. We're going to figure out why literally Cosmo is a menu. We're going to figure out why Cosmo is literally a menu. We're gonna figure out why Cosmo is literally an item you can get off the Dandy's World menu. That's a whole thing that we have to talk about. We're also gonna figure out what help means, if this teddy bear means anything, and that this Jack-in-the-Box leads on more than we actually know. But obviously, I care most about the trading cards, so I'm gonna see if I can somehow get the trading cards themselves, or figure out what the heck that even is. If only I could ask Quell. Imagine if Quell joined right now and explained. Either way, let's get into it. So we're gonna be talking about the show. So for those of you that don't know, Garden View was a actual TV show, I'm pretty sure. But it is important to know that not all of it is fabrication in the TV show. As for example, some in-game dialogue, such as Scraps and V, references the show as if the toons themselves lived it, melding the real world and TV continuities together. Basically meaning that anything we learn from these episodes that we're going to be talking about from the posters and that's shown on the screen in Dandy's World, some of it might be real, some of it might be the half-truth, or some of it might just be fake altogether. And it's kind of our job to figure out which one it is. That's why I got my detective board behind me. Why is my mouth not moving? Thank you, God. You know I hate it when my mouth doesn't move. So currently, as far as the Garden View Center TV show, there are 3 known seasons as of now, with at most 15 seasons in each season, 15 episodes in each season. According to Arthur Walton, who we're pretty sure made Dandy, the show demonstrated strong values to children. Most of the notes are covered in Iker, but it reads, "A lot in short notice, you know, but I understand the importance of companionship and friendship. That is what the show teaches most after all." Here we have some talking of these specific episodes. There are a total of around 14 to 20 known episodes, with 8 episodes being titled. One being called Winning Big, one being called Augment of Woes, one being called Lights Out Investigation. You can read the rest. You can read. And as you can see, there's a bunch of remaining titles that go unlisted. And the reason we know this and how we found this is from scraping through Dandy's World and what they've shown us inside of the floor. For what we know and what Quell has said in the past, we don't know a lot about Dandy's World as it's still in its early alpha stage. But she did say herself that the main stage of Dandy's World has in fact been set. So as you can see here, it lists how many episodes toons have been in. Obviously, main toons being in way more than any other, well, normal toon, which that's really condescending. Dude, on the page, it just says side toons. Imagine being an R&D main and they just call you a side toon. Like, just because you're not a main doesn't mean you're a side. You're just normal. You're not main. But you guys have seen this around the map. You guys know what these posters are about. We have seen these, we've questioned it, and we've confirmed that it's just episodes airing of a certain TV show of the characters playing, once again, real slash stuff, right? But throughout the show's run, multiple pieces of merchandise were sold in the Garden View shop, albeit in the Dandy Plush marketing poster in the small print. It talks about how Dandy's World trademarked products contain materials that may cause health effects in sensitive individuals. Refunds are not eligible after purchasing any product. Fair. Okay. Garden View Entertainment is not liable for any health concerns created by the products listed in the catalog, which, okay, if you ask me, it seems like it's kind of alluding that these things are infused with literal Iker. Here's what the Dandy plush looks like, and here's the poster that they were talking about with the Dandy plush and how they are not liable for any health concern. Here's the Astro plush, V plush, Pebble plush, Shelly plush, Sprout plush, and so on and so forth. But one thing that I did skim over was all of the TV episodes that shown on the screens, certain animations from the TV. We've all seen them though, with the animation of of Dandy throwing a pebble, V on V's game show. I actually haven't seen this one before, but it looks like it's just Dandy either talking himself up or talking to someone. We don't actually know. We've all seen this OG. This is kind of the origin of Moonflower. The animation of my homie R&D on the stage, Shelly, you know, excavating, as well as Sprout and Cosmo baking their cake. And as you can see here, here's a storyboard for some of the unlisted episodes. Here's one of Shelly and Tisha. I would read through them. However, as you can see, it's literally scribble wiggle, but maybe we can dissect something that happens here. In this one, it looks like Tisha finds a fossil and Shelly is ecstatic about it. And this one, it looks like V robbed a gym from Roger. And this one, it looks like Tegan is pouring up R&D, a nice cup of tea, with Dazzle spitting it out, which it looks like Iker. The last screen talking about salt and sugar. Oh wait, is it because does Dazzle hate sugar or something? And this one, I honestly don't even know what's going on here. I think it's Scraps and Goob asking to be on V's game show. And this one just has something about Shrimpo being all PO'd about something. Here's Flutter and Dandy talking, which is kind of funny because Flutter can't talk. But this is the closest we've seen to words. An actual just question mark. With that being said, though, that moves us on to the trading card, which I am so interested about where these were shown and how these came about. So as you see right here, these trading cards are a fusion of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. Each of the card features a different tune with a unique piece of artwork having one of 6 colors. Most likely these cards are part of a strategy-based card game with different colors being the card's type, which makes me think, Quell, what are you doing? Are you planning to make a Danny's World TCG? Are you gonna make it so that you can get collectible trading cards inside of Danny's World and it's just kind of one of those cool things that you can spin Iker on? What's going on with this? But somehow, some way, somewhere, we see that the trading cards have literally been made. Here is what the pack itself looks like. Here is what Astro's trading card looks like. Here is what Brightney's trading card looks like. Here is what Dandy's trading card looks like. And they all have this like button on it, or is it button thing? Gigi has her own card. Surprising. Was that the first side tune that we've seen? Either way, here's Flutter's trading card. Here's Pebble's trading card. Yeah, they all have that little button. I don't know what it means. And last and definitely not least, R&D. This one's probably, and that, no bias there. No bias whatsoever. This is what the back of the card looks, and here's what a blank one. What? I'm so freaking confused. That's all we know. Where would the trading card shown? When did this come about? I'm left more confused than when I started the video. I thought we were gonna get Dandy's trading cards, but instead I'm just left scratching my head. So either way, dang, bro. Okay, so I'm genuinely sorry about that. But we also have the puzzle boxes that are miscellaneous posters found around the garden view, which have been printed into a jigsaw puzzle piece. As I alluded to in the intro, we have this puzzle box, and we also have this puzzle set put together. What do we think this means? I think it just is supposed to show that Garden View, or the Danny's World TV show rather, Garden View Center, I think is what the TV show is called, was pretty big, right? I think that's the focal point, is that Arthur Walton had created a relatively big audience for the Danny's World episodes and whatnot. I think that's the focal point of why this is being shown. And on Astro's floor, we see headbands that are colorful with an item related to the tomb it is based off. This could be a head accessory or part. Most of us have all seen it, probably don't really pay attention to it. What do these headbands mean? It's just more merchandise, right? Same with the puzzle boxes, same with the plushies. I think it's just re-emphasizing, reiterating that this was a relatively big show. Same thing here with the mugs, yada, yada, yada. But food. There are food items that can be found mainly in the diner floors, but some of these items may have been sold outside of the diner of Garden View itself. Once again, reiterating how big this TV show was. We've got Toodles-themed coconut water. We have Goobert spaghetti. We have the Dandy popsicle that is based off the SpongeBob popsicle. We have V-Juice. I think that's literally just Shrimpo Shrimp, if I'm not mistaken. We have R&D themed pizza, which honestly, I would not have guessed, but this is R&D themed pizza. We have an Astro cookie. I think that's pretty easy to tell. And we have the Cosmo cinnamon roll. Does this mean anything towards the lore? How does this change LeBron's legacy? It doesn't. Moving on from that, I was excited to talk about the miscellaneous items inside of Danny's World. There's the Jack in the Box, there's this teddy bear, and there is this help sign. The help sign is the thing that is the most engaging, right? If I go inside of the game, I can see sign right here obviously still says help. And BC, which I'm surprised isn't on the Easter egg list. That means Blush Crunch. Either way, it could be assumed that since Dandy is a shop owner, Danny was the one that put the help sign. But it is something cool and interesting to note about the game. But what about that freaking Jack in the Box? Wait, why has no one ever talked about this? This room's basically always existed. Okay? This room has essentially always existed. But there's all of this Iker leading into the staff room only that's right next to to Dandy. The Iker, yeah, see, that just implies, so, you know, Quell says how Dandy isn't pure evil. Dandy isn't inherently this evil person. But bro has proof on proof. There's Iker leaking out of this door, from this door, to Dandy's shop that says help. So maybe, just maybe, the help sign isn't Dandy. Or is someone controlling Dandy? Is he being manipulated? What's going on? And there's multiple staff-only areas inside of the main lobby. What does this all mean? There's another staff-only door, and there's another one right there. I feel like I'm playing Bake Night Tear. Either way, I can't pinpoint what the Jack-in-the-Box is, but I do have a pretty solid guess. So, if I had to make a guess, which I will, on what this Jack-in-the-Box means. As you can see, it's right. I believe that this is going to be a future tuned trinket. That, or maybe it's Boxton's in some way, but no, I think it's alluding to a trinket. I bet that there's going to be a Joker Jester themed character or another gambling based tune that has their trinket be the Jack-in-the-Box. Same with the teddy bear. I think the teddy bear is also going to be a trinket in the game. I think it's maybe alluding to who the next tune is going to be. Like, could it in any way, shape, or form, could it be Connie? As you can see here, Quover has described Connie's personality as being a charismatic, sort of snarky ghost who had a tendency to lie about her achievements. And that's literally all we know about Connie, other than the fact that she's literally a spooky ghost. So, yeah, I can't pinpoint it. I spent 5 minutes trying to figure it out. I couldn't. I'll be honest. But that doesn't take away from me wanting to hear your thoughts. Leave all your Dandy's World speculations below. Mainly the freaking Pokemon Dandy's World trading cards. By the way, there's another Jack-in-the-Box right there I just saw. Okay, multiple Jack-in-the-Boxes around the map, and there's the teddy bear once again. We have a lot to figure out. And as we know, Dandy's World's in the alpha stage, but I can't wait to find out more. With that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching, and comment down below. Once again, I'll figure out what we're gonna do for 75k, because if you didn't watch yesterday's video, we are no longer doing the Dandy's World bed sheets because it had inappropriate content inside of the bed sheets, so we're figuring out the next thing to do. I love you guys, take care, and I'll see you guys again soon.